Sup y'all, welcome back to another video by me, Tina.
OG K-pop stan since 1998.
So, my Stray Kids replay album listen over on Patreon took for freaking ever for me to edit. I filmed it a couple of weeks back, but I finally was able to edit the whole thing. And the reason why I say whole thing is because your girl here was literally talking for over an hour. And I just reviewed the A side, like side A. Their solos, since I already have a reaction for side B and for fam over here on YouTube. Now, I usually keep my album listens over on my Patreon since it's exclusive content for my patrons over there. However, I was like, I'm gonna include Dance Racha solos here on YouTube for many reasons actually. One, because I want to bring awareness to our dance unit of Stray Kids being very vocally skilled as well. And two, mainly two, because I want y'all stays who aren't able to join us over on Patreon, which I completely understand, to have some kind of something, you know? And mainly three, because of the fact that specifically Deep N really hit a specific, like, I don't know, deep N in me, some kind of core in me that just made me like blown the F away. And I was definitely blown away from my bias, Libit. His solo was just freaking OST beautiful. And Hyunjin in ATs, I always say Hongjung is my best friend. Within Stray Kids, I feel like Hyunjin would be my best friend, even though Lino is my bias and Kwoka Han is my bias wrecker. I feel like Hyunjin would be my best friend because I relate to a lot of his personality and a lot of his interests. And it definitely makes sense, the fact that I'm an INFP, Hyunjin's an INFP, Hongjung is an INFP. There's just something about us introverts that get each other. So, but yeah, Hyunjin's song is so artistically poetic. And so yeah, I will definitely be cutting that part out of my album listen and putting it here on YouTube. So the quality might look a little different. I'm definitely gonna look different. I believe I had like little mini pigtails then. But yeah, so I will let editing Thina take over from this point so y'all can see that part. So yeah, editing Thina, take over. Voiceover Thina here for a quick pause before we get things started. I would like to say an extra thanks to my Captain Jack Sparrows over on my Patreon for the extra support. Y'all literally keep my boat, aka my life, stay afloat along with the rest of the crew. You are the savviest.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Alright, let's get it. Okay, sorry, I'm being a little dramatic. We didn't even hear the song yet. So, let's probably get more dramatic by hearing Lino's Limbo. Oh, we're gonna have a ballad Lino here? Look how beautiful he looks.
나란 이 길을 걸어 마지막이 될 줄도 모르고 난 남겨진 발자국에서 네 향기가 남았는지 돌아봐 우리 이야기 아름다웠고 넌 내게 남겨진 기억 그 이상의 의미란 걸 잊지 말아줘 긴 하루 속을 헤매이다 다시 시작되는 건 아직 못다한 말이 많은데 나 꿈속에서 아프지 않게 마지막에 너를 부르고 싶어 다 잊지 못해 바라는 순간 예전처럼 돌아가게 될걸
Oh my gosh.
기억하지 않아 잊은 줄로 알았던 너의 추억 한 조각 그리울 때면 한 번씩 꺼내어 볼게 내게 보여주던 나만 볼 수 있던 너의 모습 한 번쯤은 너도 나를 떠올려줄래
Oh my gosh, she sounds so beautiful.
이야기 아름다웠고 넌 내게 남겨진 기억 그 이상의
Those lines.
잊지 말아줘
You hear the way he sounds?
긴 하루 속을
gosh!
잊지 못해 바라는 순간 예전처럼 돌아가게 될까 한마디에 덮일 걸 알아 전하지 못한 말 깊은 꿈속 나를 가둬 보내지
Lock me up in a deep dream. Oh
꿈 속에서 아프지 않게 마지막이 불러볼게
That's so sad.
바라는 순간 우리 다시 돌아가게 될까 한마디에 덮일 걸 알아 전하지 못한 말 마지막이 혼자만
Oh my god! Whoa. I think I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm like, why do I feel like crying? Hearing this side of Lino is it's so overwhelming for me. And on top of Lino being my bias and me feeling proud, hearing what I'm hearing, but also the lyrics itself, it's so sad. This is definitely very OST material. I can see this being played for a certain character that feels like they're questioning their connection with someone, or they're questioning if they're a burden for someone. So I think that's why I was feeling really like in my feels. And the way they ended the song, it's okay. So one thing that really stuck out to me in Limbo is the verses. They're like very soft and him kind of like, you know, in like a more gentle tone, I guess you can say. Almost like I don't want to say a whisper, but just like a low tone. Like kind of like, you know, when people who are hesitant to talk to you, they'll say something like in a certain way, then you're like, wait, what was that? Like, can you say it again? Because like they're hesitant. And it's like as he's speaking his feelings, which you hear so much emotion in the way Lino is singing, which is why I was like pretty much speechless throughout this whole thing. Because I was just like grasping onto the different emotions that I was feeling from the way he was singing. But so from the verses into the pre-chorus, like as it starts to get to the chorus, it builds up in energy, like in the music and in the way Lino is singing. He like busts out into like these freaking beautiful falsettos. Like Lino and falsetto is like a wonderful combo for me. So all that and the building up of the instrumental and going into this like this powerful chorus. You know, whenever you're hesitant to say something, or at least for me, the beginning of your conversation or of your words might sound a little more comfortable. You're feeling about what you're saying because you're kind of like, I already opened Pandora's box, might as well go full out. So that's why the build up into the chorus and then all the lyrics that ties in with the emotions and the crescendo of vocal ability and emotions in his vocals, all that tying in together. That's why I was like, what is this masterpiece? Lino Hyunjin, that's where we're moving to. His solo is called Love Untold. That title already is just very Hyunjin-ish. And with Hyunjin, we'll never be able to assume what he's about to come out with. It could be something either OST-ish, very soft, or it could be something very like sensual and deep. We'll see. It could be both. We'll find out. So let me just go ahead and shut up and hit Love Untold.
마침표 코앞에 사람 참 간사해 미련 따윈 없던 내가 너 앞에 숨쿵 내려앉은 심장에 괜히 숨 쉬고 싶게 어쩌면 난 아주길 원했던 센 척하는 어린아이가 녀석아 나 위에 흘리는 눈물 또한 뜨겁다 내 손을 잡고 있던 너의 손도 뜨겁다
Damn, poetic.
정말 죽도록 보고 싶으면 이제는 눈 감으면 보이려나 누님은 내 앞에서 미소 짓던 너라서 봄이란 계절 선물해주지도 못했던
Poetic. This is so interesting.
파스텔의 부서진 형태 색별로 모여있는 맘과 같아 차오른 감정에 눌리는 탓에 어느새 검게 섞여 물들은 어쩌면 너로 인해 밝았고 그 속에서 난 미소를 잃어본 적 없었어 근데 이젠 그림자 밟을 일도 없이 얻은 세상에 널 그리는 게 유일한 내 하루야 Go back 난 네 앞에서 어떤 사람이었는지가 궁금해지고 추억의 feeling이 되감기듯이 다시 꿈을 꾸듯이 말린 널 잊을 수 있냐고 Go back
Gosh, he's going on.
다시 그때로 돌아갈 수만 있다면 널 위해 널 위해 살아가는 1분 1초를 아낄 수 있을 텐데 날 사랑하는 사람 그 앞에서 널 사랑한다 말도 다 못해서
God, Hyunjin, you're going off.
널 사랑하는 사람이 되고서 날 사랑하는 내가 되고 있었어 울지 않은 너가 앞을 가봐도는 보고 싶어 다시 너의 미소가 보고 싶어 다시 너의 소리가 담아주고 싶어 너를 정말 보고 싶어 다시 너의 미소가 보고 싶어 다시 너의 소리가 담아주고 싶어 너를 정말
Hyunjin. Oh, gosh. Ooh, this ending of the... Oh, okay. That is very interesting. I like how the song began and ended with like, you know, when you play a record. I don't know if y'all have ever played like an actual record in a record player. Like when you put the, what do you call that? The needle? I forgot. Then it starts, it has like that effect. So this has like that nice kind of a classic feel. And oh my God, like what was it? All the references that he was saying, like bringing a piece of himself in. Because we all know that Hyunjin paints extremely well. He's an artist in all different kind of ways, but we're talking about like with painting here. So I like when he brought the whole pastel thing, the whole overwhelmed with emotions, that it's like the time when it's mixed and dyed black. Like, because when you mix every color, it does come to like a dark color. So the fact that he's talking about being overwhelmed by emotions, it all being mixed and dyed to black, like that's so poetic. It's so metaphoric. What else did he say? But now there's no need to step on the shadow in this dark world. Drawing you is my only day. Like that is just a nice way to polish what he just said about pastels, about mixing, about metaphorically tying that in with being overwhelmed by emotions. And like, first I was like, is this song's perspective like being said or told towards someone that you have a love for, but you're not necessarily saying it, or you're not aware of it or making awareness of it? But the further the song went, I was like, is this a song about self-love? Like, that's what I'm getting from it. Let me know what y'all think. But what I'm getting from it is that he's acknowledging self-love being a struggle, kind of being a daily battle, kind of, really, at least for me. There are definitely days where I feel proud of myself. There are days that I'm really hard on myself, which I'm working on. We all will try to cater to other people, especially me. I put so much effort and time and energy into that I forget to do it for myself, which again, I'm working on. So I feel like this song, and the title being Love Untold, because love, self-love, it is kind of untold. Okay, yeah, I feel like this song, not only, from my perspective, not only highlights the awareness of self-love and how to reach it and remember to grasp it, but I feel like it's a nice perspective coming from Hyunjin. Yeah, so now we have Felix with Deep N. I really wonder where we're going with this. Let's get right to it, shall we?
How have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. Honestly, throughout my life,
Wow, this is like...
deep inside, I never touch my soul was all.
Being dramatic, I'm gonna restart because he went from like the deep end to this different side. Holy shit.
How have you been? I guess you're fine. It's been pretty long since we've last seen. Honestly, throughout my life,
Ooh, the piano following his flow.
deep inside, I never felt alive. The way you used to touch my soul
Goodness
was
fucking
always
gracious.
so sweet and lovely. No matter how far apart we were, you'd always pick up the phone. But now I'm truly all alone in this world.
I got chills in my legs.
The way you feel so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. Just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. If I give you one more chance, can we go back again?
Oh my god.
You made me feel as if we were complete, but now you're filled with nothing but conceit.
Oh gosh.
The times we had together were bittersweet, bittersweet. I miss the days we used to laugh and you. The way you used to touch my soul, it always kept me home. You'd always read my text and ghost me like you wanted me gone. Now I'm truly all alone in this world. I miss the way you felt so close to my bones. I'm sinking in the deep end. Just try to cry myself to sleep. Please stop this pain. If you hadn't changed, then I'll still be by your side. If I give you one last chance, can we go back again? Honestly, without you in my life, deep inside I never felt alive.
Whoa. That was a roller coaster for me. It was like so many shocks to the core in me, and it hit like different kind of shocks, if that makes any sense. First, the shock of the deep tone of his voice is so beautiful. The beginning with the deep tones in Felix's voice, with the piano, and all of a sudden you hear the key that is going with his flow, but it's like a higher key and his voice is the low key. That part, that whole intro was very entrancing. I felt like I was being put on a spell being cast on me, whatever you want to say. And then when it gets into the next part where he like changes up his voice, I've always known Felix has a great voice. I'm glad to be able to see an extended version of his wonderful voice. And extended, I'm not saying that lightly. He did so many things that many times throughout the song, I was like, is this really freaking Felix? And then right when I guess the shock of me hearing Felix doing so many different things with his vocals, the lyrics start to bleed through into my awareness. And then the perspective of the lyrics is so sad. I'm so proud of myself for not bawling right now. All right, thanks editing Tina for editing that together for the YouTube stays, and thank y'all so much if y'all tuned into my reactions to Lino's, Felix's, and Hyunjin's solos on Stray Kids Replay. If y'all want to listen to the whole album listen, that was a lot of listens. It's over on my Patreon and it's available for all patrons, like all tiers. Just an FYI in case you are interested in hearing it. If y'all enjoy videos like this one, or if y'all want me to like cut more or give y'all more previews of album listens, just hit the like button wherever it is. I don't know anymore, but wherever the like button is, if y'all can hit it for me, I would super appreciate that, because that definitely helps with YouTube's new ways of algorithming. I hope you have a great day, and until the next video coming up, peace.